Hey everybody, Mario here, otherwise known as Y2 on the interwebs, and welcome to another edition of the 52 Review. So, we are at the last week of the issue 7s. This is it, and these are the comics that I got on this week of March 28th, 2012. So let's get started with Green Lantern New Guardians, number 7. Last time on Lantern Ball Z, otherwise known as Green Lantern New Guardians, Invictus had been unleashed and had caused devastation, and all the lanterns are in a bit of a bind. Bleeze is still out there somewhere, but can she turn the tide? Even St. Walker's powers of hope were no match for Invictus's powers of vengeance. And as we find out in this issue, we see that he has just about every reason to be pissed and craving vengeance. Also, we get to find out that Larfreeze is a bit of a dick. The Rainbow Lantern Squad was very much being used by Larfreeze to assassinate the last guardian of this artificial solar system. And we finally get to find out how the solar system even came to be. Kind of a sad tale, but Invictus' need for vengeance and purging the evil strikes up a nasty chord with Kyle Rayner and most of the Lanterns. The character interactions here were fantastic, even with Arkillo stepping up and pulling a Piccolo in trying to defend St. Walker. That was kinda touching. It looked like Invictus might even have sided with the Lanterns until Bleeze basically pulls a stupid card. And Larfreeze is overjoyed to see that his plan might come to fruition after all. Will Larfleeze succeed in taking this system for himself and using the Lanterns as his pawns? Or will the Lanterns band together, somehow put a stop to Invictus and defeat Larfreeze as Invictus has demanded? Find out next time on Lantern Ball Z. Alright, I'm so glad I'm done with that. I was actually starting to hurt my voice. Next up is Superman, number 7. Finally, like, I didn't think it was possible, but we're finally starting to see a ray of sunshine in this cloudy series. So Dan Jurgens and Keith Giffen take over as the new creative team of Superman, and already we start to see some differences. Now, I'm not entirely used to Keith Giffen's artwork, but it works for me, and considering that Jurgens can write really well, I'll allow it. Wait, Hellspawn, for those of you Wildcats fans out there, he's here. So yes, it is confirmed, those universes are all meshed as one now, and apparently is now a villain worthy of taking on Superman. So yes, no more random alien of the week that Superman can beat in 2 seconds, or nano villains, or stuff like that. We actually get to see someone that can give Superman a challenge. Holy crap. Also, I'm enjoying this storyline. I mean, yeah, there's still a couple flaws in it, but compared to the last story arc, this is something I can get into. The interactions are there. Clark is around now at his job. Perry, Jimmy, Lois, I mean, everything's just working just fine and dandy. Obviously, this is the beginning of a new story arc, so there's still a lot of stuff to be set up, but holy crap, hope has finally come at last to Superman. The only thing I really didn't like is the fact that, you know, they kind of laid it on too thick with the whole, hey, everybody has an opinion on Superman, let's hear everybody say their opinion on Superman. We get it, some people love him and some people don't, but let's not lay it on too thick. Besides that though, holy crap, this was a decent issue. Superman, decent. Hope. Next up is The Flash, number 7. Manipul and Buccellato. I'm a-loving those two. What a great team. What a very awesome team for The Flash. This issue was amazing, and not just in the artwork department. I mean, the storyline wise, it was fantastic. I love how things wrapped up in the battle against Captain Cold. It was felt right. Also, the interaction between Barry and his girlfriend, or rather when he has the Flash, is interesting, and it's just going to serve as another monkey wrench into Barry's personal life. You'll see what I mean when you read it. Also, I love how the Flash is now forced to take limitations on the Speed Force and what can happen when he does push it beyond those limits. I'm still a little iffy on the whole Speed Force thing, but you know what? In this New 52 iteration of it, I'm okay with it. Despite the fact that Captain Cold was more or less dealt with in this issue, and things were pretty dramatic here, I like how they made Captain Cold not a one-dimensional villain. Like, he actually had strong personal motivations to do what he did. And I'm really glad for that. And I'm really glad, especially how the issue ended, that we haven't seen the last of the other rogues. So that's really great. And we're starting to get a hint or two of another villain in the wings that is familiar to anybody who watched the Super Friends or anything like that. Really, another home run from this duo. I'm really enjoying The Flash. I really didn't think I would, but here we are, 7 issues later, and I'm really enjoying The Flash. And finally, to the surprise of nobody, once again, for this time of the month, my pick for this edition of the 52 review, Aquaman, number 7. Jeff Johns and Ivan Reis. There's another awesome freaking duo. So apparently, Arthur wasn't always a lone wolf type of guy. He was with a team previous. That much is all we know, though. And from what we could tell in this issue, they're being hunted by someone. And that someone is Black Manta. And I'm really glad to see a classic villain finally make his return in the New 52. Always curious to see how they'll look like, how they'll act, you know, what they'll be about. In the case of Black Manta, nice. There's still a crap ton of questions regarding Aquaman's past, Black Manta, and of course the fate of Atlantis. And for those of you that thought we had seen the last of the Trench, there are some indications that might prove otherwise. I gotta tell you, I'm really enjoying this series. This has been just a surprise delight. And it is, everybody say it with me now, earned its spot as being one of the top 6 DC comics that I love. Good job. I really don't want to spoil anything else about it. You just have to read it for yourself. Seriously, this is one of those things that you need to pick up, considering that it features a long-time DC hero that hasn't always gotten the best of treatments. Jeff Johns, Ivan Reis, the New 52, are redeeming him in spades. In spades. You should really check him out. I'm dead serious. Love this. Love this series. One of the best. Pick it up. Alright guys, that does it for now. If you have any thoughts, comments, or anything else, be sure to leave them down there in the commentary plot. I do read them, and as always, I will get back to you on them. What else are you reading? What else do you think I should read? And do you agree with my thoughts on the stuff that I read? That's pretty much what I would like to know, but hey, feel free to throw in what you like. Alright guys, as always, live nerdcore, Y2M out.